Hello, accounting students. This is a short video that I've created to help you get more familiar with how to navigate MustangTRAK and how to post for opportunities with the accounting firms. So the first thing we're going to do is log into MustangTRAK. If you have not completed your profile, if you have not gone into MustangTRAK and completed the Saddle Up training, which is required for all students to use the system, that is something you will want to do immediately. So make sure that you go to the SMU Career Services homepage and take care of that right away. So I'm going to go ahead and log in, and my password already populated. I'm logging into MustangTRAK as a student. Now, you are actually able to view all the job postings, and the way that you do so is to go to On-Campus Interview Schedules, View All Schedules. Now, when you get ready to actually apply for jobs, you're going to apply for the positions on February 25th. You're going to pre-select schedules instead, and that will produce the jobs that are available for applying. So right now, you're going to select View All Schedules, and the best way to find the jobs with the accounting firms is to select a starting interview date of March 21st. Hit continue, and then you click search. The only firms that are going to show up, or the only positions that are going to show up, are the accounting firms. And you can actually go in and open up some of these job descriptions and see what the requirements are in advance of actually submitting. I wanted to particularly call your attention to the Ernst & Young job description. We're going to click the job title. And if you look at the job description, you'll notice that Ernst & Young's is actually requiring an unofficial transcript, resume, and cover letter, and then it speaks to what the cover letter should include. So I wanted to particularly draw your attention to this because this is some new information that we weren't aware of. Also, the minimum GPA is listed at a 3.2. So this is going to show you what the firms are listing in the job requirements, and this will help you understand which ones you are eligible for. Now, if your GPA is below the minimum requirement for a firm, it's not going to show up. And you will not actually see the job in the list of jobs when you run your search, the way I showed you a few minutes ago. And the GPA requirement for viewing positions is determined by the cumulative GPA you've put in your profile. So but before we do that, let me take a moment and show you actually how to, and you can actually add this job to your favorites so that you can see it. You can tell I do not qualify for the job because my graduation date that I have in my profile is a little bit different, but I can still see the job. Now, when you actually get ready to apply for the position, you are going to go to pre-select schedules, and we will look at a sample. I'm just going to click search and keep it general, and then I'm going to pretend like I'm applying for a job so that I can show you how this works. If it wants to open, there we go. So these are all the jobs that I'm eligible for that are open for applying. So I'm just going to select this position with Prudential Capital. Clicked on the job. Now, what I want to draw your attention to are these dates right here. Submission period open. Once the accounting positions are open, the accounting internship positions, you're going to see a date of February 25th, 2011, and the submission period close date will be February 27th, 2011. And that's the window you have to actually apply for these positions. So what you're going to do when you're ready is click Submit Resume. And I'm just picking one of them. I'm not really sure what these are. And then I have the option to upload several different types of files. Now, when you go in and apply for the accounting positions, there will be a red star by resumes requiring that you upload it. And the only resume you're going to see that will show up here is whatever resume you've defined as your default resume in your documents. And we'll look at your documents section in a moment. But make sure that whatever resume you want the firms to see is currently showing up as your default resume in your documents. And then you'll attach that here. Same thing with cover letters. Well, the cover letters and is a little bit different. You'll actually have the opportunity to upload 20 cover letters, and you will be able to select which one you want from this screen. I don't believe you'll have a default cover letter. You can actually select whichever one you want from here. Then the unofficial transcript, or your DPR, I don't have one uploaded, so you're not seeing it here, but you will have the option to upload it as well. The only thing that the systems or the firms from this system that will require you to upload is your resume. But if a firm asks you to upload your cover letter and your DPR, you should attach them both here. You'll click Submit Resume, and I'm not going to do that because I don't want to get the notification message, but you'll probably get a message that pops up that says, "Are you sure you want to apply for this job?" And you click Yes. I'm going to click Cancel. Now, if you want to verify, you are not going to get a notification message from the system telling you that you've applied for the job. The way that you can see that is by going into View My Activity, and then you can click on Schedules and the Schedules tab, and this will show you which ones you've applied for. The good news is if the submission will show up down in this bottom of your screen, and there will be an edit button over here where you can actually still change what you've put in the system up until the submission deadline. So if you decide that you've uploaded the wrong cover letter or a resume, you can actually go back in and change that, which is good to know. And it's going to show all the documents you've submitted to date down here, so you'll be able to see everything you've applied for and that it went through in the system. So the next thing we want to do is go into My Documents. If you look at the documents here, you can see that I currently have one cover letter attached. You can actually upload up to 20, and you click the upload file right here to do that. And then you click the Browse button, select it, and then you give it a name, and then you click Upload. And then it will show up in this region over here, this part of the page. Same thing with your resume. You can upload up to 20. However, the default is the only one that you're going to be allowed to post when you're actually in the application screen for certain jobs. Then your DPR, I'm pretty sure you can only upload one DPR at a time, but make sure you do that and upload everything as a PDF. One thing you also want to confirm is that your resume is not longer than 1 page. Sometimes if you're working on it in Word, it will show up as 2 pages. Make sure you delete the second page before you save it into the system so that the recruiter doesn't get a blank page. One other thing I want to mention with regard to your GPA, if you go into my account, my profile, you can scroll down and see that you can see the GPAs I've listed. Overall GPA, I just made those up. You will want to make sure yours are as accurate as possible. And then what you will do, the overall GPA with the asterisk is required, and that's what determines whether or not you are able to see the positions with certain firms and whether or not you'll be able to apply. So make sure that your GPA is as accurate as possible. And if for some reason you are interested in a firm and you do not meet their GPA requirement or their citizenship requirement, then you can probably handle that offline by emailing the recruiter and asking for consideration separately outside of the system. So I hope you found this tutorial to be helpful, and I wish you best of luck in the process, and please let our office know if there's anything we can do to help you. We're located at 254 McGuire and in the Cox School of Business, and you can reach us at 214-768-1943. Good luck, and thanks again.